Magkaribal sa Pacific Division ang Warriors at Clippers kung saan sila lang ang masasabing title contenders dahil ang tatlo pang teams na kasama sa division, ang LA Lakers, Phoenix Suns at Sacramento Kings ay hindi inaasahang makakapasok sa playoffs ngayong nalalapit na season. And for more, for this preview of the NBA's Pacific Division, kasama natin ngayong gabi ang basketball analyst at dating UST King Tiger na si Christian Luanzon. Christian, good to see you again and welcome back here to The Score.
Thank you. At good evening sa lahat ng mga avid fans ng The Score.
Isa na namang mainit na discussion to, Christian, Pacific Division sa NBA. Isa sa mga pinaka-exciting na divisions. We have, of course, your favorite, the LA Lakers. Kasama din aking paborito, ang LA Clippers. And then we have the NBA champions, Golden State Warriors, the Sacramento Kings, and the Phoenix Suns. Let's break down these 5 teams, Christian, starting off with the Phoenix Suns. Ano sa tingin mo ang mangyayari dito with Jeff Hornacek's team, led of course by team captain Eric Bledsoe?
Well, itong team na to, itong Phoenix Suns this season, a lot of questions going in. Lalo for me, to me, yung direction ng team. 2 seasons ago, this team won basically 48 wins, had 48 wins. Came short, I think half a game or maybe 1 game short to the playoffs. Last season, nag-drop yun into 10 to 11 games, only managed to win, I think, 38 games. A lot of drama. I think leadership starts from the top, and there's been a lot of drama starting from mid-season last year with the trade, having signed 3 point guards. Itong si Isaiah Thomas, Goran Dragic, and Eric Bledsoe, which we all know na got traded. So, dahil sa mga pangyayaring yun, may mga konting drama with Dragic announcing na he doesn't have the intention to re-sign with the team last season. Na-trade siya to the Miami Heat. And then, yung Morris twins naman, after this season, one got traded. After the one got traded, the other one want to be traded also.
Gusto nila magkasama
sila. Siguro, ganun sila talaga nagmamahalan, pati sa basketball court, no? Pero, which rescinded, I think, 3 weeks ago. Sinabi niya, binabawi niya na yung sinasabi niya. They signed Tyson Chandler, NBA veteran, NBA champion. But still, a lot of questions about this team, especially coming into this season. I think, specifically on the offensive end. I think defensively, they're obviously there with their #1 stopper, itong si PJ Tucker, Tyson Chandler, obviously. Eric Bledsoe is a good defender. Brandon Knight still has to yet to prove himself defensively. I think they have problems scoring the basketball. And Bledsoe can provide that, Morris can provide that, but how consistent they can be on a day in and day out basis.
Ito namang Sacramento Kings, you mentioned point guards with the Phoenix Suns. May bagong point guard ang Sacramento. They have Rajon Rondo, former All-Star, NBA champion. He will be joining Rudy Gay and DeMarcus Cousins, a stat stuffer. Ano sa tingin mo ang mangyayari dito? Meron ng legit Big 3 ang Kings.
Well, I think itong Kings this season will be, I think the word would be interesting this season. I think the first move, and which a big move for me, is when they hired itong si Vlade Divac. It's one thing to hire a part of the management na hindi naging part ng management. Alam naman natin history ni Vlade Divac. Almost won a championship, which was stopped by my Lakers, by the way. But that move, no, I think it's a good move for them, first of all. Second, it creates yung, I hope he can bring back yung culture ng glory days ng Kings when they had Stojakovic and Weber. Now, the focal point obviously will be DeMarcus Cousins. Actually, para sa akin, he's the best center in the league right now. He can be as dominant as probably like a baby Shaq. Pero yung totoong baby Shaq, hindi yung baby Shaq na
hindi si JR Taganas.
Ang nasa isip ko nga yung nasa Clippers, si Davis. So I think it's an interesting move also to bring in Rajon Rondo. Alam naman natin yung medyo si Cousins, the controversy that he's having, and Rajon Rondo, another, kumbaga, head case. So, it'll be interesting like a George Cal kung paano niya i-mesh silang lahat. Rudy Gay coming off a good season. They had a good pick. They signed, they're shooting out Ben McLemore and drafted itong si Michael Colley-Stein, which is a good defender who can complement itong si Cousins at the 4 and the 5.
What about your Lakers? Kobe Bryant, talking about retirement already, pero meron silang youth na dinagdag dito sa kupunan, Julius Randle, and of course the number 2 pick, D'Angelo Russell. Do you think the Lakers will make the playoffs this year, Christian?
Well, I hope all these 3 guys, no, binanggit mo nga si Clarkson, Randle, and si Russell, would be enough para makalimutan na talaga yung last season. It was the worst season they had in their franchise. Started the season 1-9. A lot of questions, obviously, surrounding itong si Kobe Bryant. Will it be his last? And right now, I think the Lakers, in terms of, we talk about direction, no? I think it's in the right direction. But would have a, I would say, as much as I love this team, as much as I'm a Kobe fan, would have a 50-50 chance in making the playoffs. Number 1 is their health, and number 2, for me, it's just too much for guys like itong si Randle, Clarkson, and Russell. Too much for rookies or sophomores to carry the load, lalo na playing in LA.
And with the Lakers also, with so much history. Ngayon naman, Christian, finally, the 2 teams at the top, nagkakainitan na. Clippers at itong kupunan ni Coach Steve Kerr, Golden State, Klay Thompson and Doc Rivers going at it. Hindi pa nagsisimula ang season. Who do you think will come out on top between these 2 teams? Both teams very solid, lalo na yung Clippers. Meron silang mga dinagdag na reinforcements. Josh Smith, Lance Stevenson. What do you think will happen when these 2 teams go to war again this season?
Well, first, no, I think the Clippers did an excellent job in terms of getting players in the off-season. They weren't able to land big names, but I think, they made moves that really fit kung ano yung ginagawa nila. And kung napapanood mo sila, itong mga preseason games, they obviously had key additions. Itong si Josh Smith, itong si Paul Pierce, Josh Smith, Paul Pierce, and si Lance Stevenson, who can bring a lot of versatility. Paul Pierce, we all know what he brings to the table. But aside from yung pagiging clutch ni Paul Pierce na madadala niya, no, I think yung versatility nila, lalo na itong si Josh Smith, playing him at the 5 and sometimes playing Pierce at the 4 would be a good matchup for the defending champions, who we all know loves to play small ball also.
Sabi mo nga sa akin, Christian, before we went on here, yung analysis mo, pinaghahandaan nila yung Golden State because they're going small ball. Doc Rivers experimenting with Josh Smith at the 5.
Yun nga, and si Josh Smith is, para sa akin, one of the more underrated players in the NBA. I think he's had a steady career. Could have been an all-star. He still has a chance to be an all-star. I think that chip on his shoulder would really motivate him to go over the hump and possibly help this team. Yun nga, itong favorite team mo to win the championship.
Last question, Christian. Who will make the playoffs among these 5 teams?
Definitely the Warriors.
Okay.
The Warriors and the Clippers. 100% sure na yan.
Ayan, yun ang fearless forecast mo, Christian. Ha?
Oo. I think,
Lakers, 50-50 lang.
Yun nga, as I mentioned kanina, 50-50 pa.
Okay.
So, unless they stay healthy, I think they have a good chance of getting that number 8 or number 7 seed.
Alright, exciting NBA season up ahead, pero abangan po ninyo si Christian Luanzon, UAP Analyst this season 78. Christian, thank you so much for coming here to The Score.
Thank you so much.